Alright! Hello everybody! Hello, welcome back to Chaos Child. Last time, Taku and Nono went on a daring rescue mission to get to Uki before Mio could. Hello Saya, welcome to the stream. And right away, like without any more thought, you just really want to save her from like the way Mio thought about Gigglemaniacs. And just like want to add her to Aoba dorm, and that was so amazing. Oh my god, Taku! Oh my god, what an incredible thing to do. Hello Void Dweller, welcome to the stream. Oh, hello Void Traveler, welcome to the stream. Alright, with that said, let's get and see how Uki is gonna settle into the dorm.
Ito and I were heading to the club room.
じゃあ、あの山添ウキって子、今は青葉寮にいるのか?
Then, that Yamazoi Uki girl's at the Aoba dorm now?
ああ、この先どうなるかわからないけど、なんとかしてやりたいと思ってるんだ。
Yes, I don't know what's going to happen now, but I want to try and help out.
けどまさかゆいちゃんの同級生とはな。
I still can't believe she was in Yui-chan's class, though.
驚いた。
Yes, I'm surprised too.
Yeah, something was happened with her age or something, like her aging had halted. Maybe that's like the result of one of the experiments that was done on her.
でも、まあ良かったんじゃねえの?
That's a good thing though, right?
よかったって?
A good thing?
ゆいちゃん、喜んでたんだろ?
Yui-chan was happy, wasn't she?
Well, she got a friend back. But it's a shame what happened to her, though.
ああ、そういうことか。確かに。
Oh, so that's what you meant. Yes. For a second I thought you were thinking something awful. But I misjudged you. Yui had looked really happy this morning. Normally she'd probably try her hardest to play the role of being Yuto's big sister. But she was still only in middle school. If she ran into a friend, of course it would make her happy.
何がおかしいんだよ。
Is something funny?
いや、お前口ではなんだかんだ言いながら結構大事にしてるから
Yup,
ね。
yup,
家族のこと。
absolutely. Hello, March. Welcome to the stream. Oh, you noticed that Taku is such a nice guy.
No, no matter what you say, you really do care about your family now, don't you?
そんなんじゃないって。
That's not it.
照れるなって。お前にとってもいいことなんじゃねえの? そういう存在がいるってことは。
Don't blush. It's a good thing for you too, isn't it? To have something like that.
僕は別に照れてなんか。っていうか、そんなことどうでもいいんだよ。ほら、早く部室行こう。
I'm not blushing. And wait, it doesn't matter anyway. Come on, let's go to the club room.
小野や有村や和樹にも山添のことを話さなきゃ。
We need to tell Onoe, Arimura, and Kazuki about Yamazoe too.
I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop on Kazuki. Like, she is just the biggest mystery. Like, we know from the opening she's a Gigglemaniac, but she has had the least to do. She's basically been in background, just someone in the background that's not really done anything. Really am excited to see what the game has in store for her.
Of course, I already told everyone to come for an emergency meeting. They should be in the room already.
というわけで、今山添ウキって子は 青葉寮で保護されてる。
So now Yamazoe Uki is safe at Aoba Dorm.
タク、大活躍だったんだね。
Yay! Oh, we haven't seen Sarah in so long. Way to go, Taku.
いや、それほどでも。
Haha, it was nothing. Oh, for sure.
That is not nothing, Taku. That is the opposite of nothing.
The girls all seem very impressed.
For a second, I thought she came in to get, give him a little kiss. Damn.
Sarika was squeezing her Gero Froggy strap in lieu of applause. It still sounded nothing like it was supposed to, and honestly, I would have preferred the applause, but I was used to it now, I guess.
ダメよセリカ、カズキ。あんまりおだてるといい気になってまた無茶なことするから。
Sarika, Kazuki, don't flatter him too much. Otherwise, he'll do something crazy again.
しないって。
I will not!
And the narrator goes, yes, he will.
Sheesh. I appreciate that she's worried about me, but Caruso's a little too protective. I really wish she'd stop saying that stuff when everyone else is around. It's embarrassing.
けど気持ちいいっすね。今頃新庄さんや久野里さん悔しがってますよ。ざまあみろです。ぷぷぷ。
It feels good, though. I bet Shinjo-san and Kunosato-san are so pissed right about now. Serves them right, though.
有村は前から知ってたのか、山添のこと。
Did you know about Yamazoe, Harimura?
Yeah, she went ooh-poo-poo like Monokuma.
ええ、まあ電話でちょっと話したくらいですけどね。
Yeah, I just talked to her a little on the phone.
彼女フリージアでは肝心なことはほとんど喋らなかったみたいですよ。多分久野里さんたちを怖がってたんでしょうね。
She didn't say much of anything at Frisia, I guess. She was probably scared of them.
まあ、そうだろうな。
Yes, I'm sure.
それに比べてあの子、宮代先輩の前では割と素直だったみたいですね。先輩ってとぼけた顔して実は女の子の扱いがうまかったりするんですか？
But I guess she was pretty talkative in front of you, huh? Maybe you just look dumb, and you really actually know how to treat a lady.
Arimura grinned. Of course I do. I've read every single issue of Cool Cat Press that I can find. I am a veritable Romeo. Not that I would treat Uki in that sort of way, but a gentleman to be precise. I couldn't actually say that though, so I didn't.
違うよ。クルスとユイがいてくれたから。
No, it's because Caruso and Yui were there.
当たり前じゃないですか。何本気にしてるんです？気持ち悪いですよ。
Oh God, freaking Hinai! She knows exactly if he's lying or not. Oh my God. Of course. You didn't take me seriously, did you? That's creepy. Look at that face.
I was never going to get used to this. For one thing, no matter how hard I tried to glare at her, she just smirked in response.
Ooh, what's going on? Why is she afraid? Uh-oh.
I was trying to think of a good comeback when the door to the club room suddenly opened. The door opened softly, but it was clear that the person standing in front of it was furious.
Oh, shit!
You. Well, speak of the devil. Kunosato was there, and the light in her eyes was as cold and fierce as ever. Instead of yelling, her voice was low and threatening. I figured that she'd eventually find out that we were the ones who'd taken Yamazoe, but I didn't expect her to come here so soon.
お前どういうつもりだ
What the hell are you thinking?
どうって
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
あいつは重要な証拠なんだ勝手なことをするな
She's important evidence. Don't start messing with her. Kunosato-san stomped over to me and grabbed me by the belt. For some reason, Ito was glaring at me in apparent jealousy? No, that doesn't make any sense. Her arms were so thin that I didn't know where she got that strength from. It was like she was filled with some kind of raw hatred that gave her power.
ちょっとやめてください
Hey, stop!
暴力反対です
Violence is wrong!
Serika and Kurusu grabbed her and tried to pull her off, but she held on to me tightly.
僕は無理にあの子を連れて帰ったわけじゃないです
I didn't force her to leave.
何
What?
彼女はうちに来るのを望んだんですあなたたちのところには行かないって言ったんですよ
She wanted to come with us. She said she didn't want to go with you. That was only a half-truth, but I felt like I had to say it anyway, or else I don't think I was going to breathe properly again.
大体証拠って何なんですか彼女は物じゃないです実験動物でもないですだからあなたには渡せません
Ooh, Taku! Oh my god! Wow. Seriously, Taku.
And what do you mean, evidence? She's not a thing or a test subject, so I can't let you have her.
何も知らないくせに貴様
You don't know anything, you asshole!
Her hand gripped me tighter. What the hell's going on? What's wrong with this woman? I felt a powerful rage building up within me. There was a low buzzing in my ears, and Kurusu and Serika's shouts suddenly seemed to be very far away.
That far away thing again.
Damn it!
Oh, is he gonna awaken again? Uh-oh.
And then I saw my D-sword.
Uh-oh.
And it was clearer than it had ever been before.
Oh, is he gonna fully awaken here?
こいつ離せよ
Let me go! Damn it! Her face suddenly twisted in pain. I looked at her with blurry eyes and saw that a red mark had formed on a pale white wrist, as if something was digging into it. She was gritting her teeth, and her breathing made it seem like she was trying to endure some kind of incredible pain.
Is that Hinai? Is Hinai doing something?
But she still refused to let me go.
宮代先輩ダメですダメ
Miyashiro-senpai, no, don't do it! Oh, is he doing it unconsciously?
Arimura's scream sounded like it was coming from underwater. The new violent temptations within me had almost taken control. What she's trying to do is wrong. I'll get rid of her myself. That righteous anger, combined with a maddeningly sweet feeling of omnipotence, overflowed from within me and refused to stop.
Oh god. He's going mad with power? That's the red!
With this power, I can do anything I want! That's right. Do it. Just kill the bitch!
やめなさいタクル
Stop it right now, Takuru!
I heard Kurusu yell in my ear. At the same time, I felt a strong slap across my cheek. And then Kunosato-san and I were pulled apart. I suddenly regained control of my senses. Kurusu, Ito, and Serika had grabbed me and were holding me back, while Arimura and Kazuki were doing the same to Kunosato. Kunosato-san looked at me with eyes full of hate, then pushed Arimura and Kazuki away.
Oh my god.
危ない
Watch out!
Serika quickly grabbed them and held them up.
大丈夫
Are you okay?
ありがとうセリ
Thanks, Seri.
もうやめてください久野里さん
Enough of this, Kunosato-san.
Now it was the Empress's turn to get mad.
お帰りくださいここは部外者がいていい場所ではありません
Dang. Oh, wow. I love how, he's being completely unbiased around her. Like, he's not, giving her, I really think that, he's, I just love how, truly honest he is. He's seeing through with his ideals and not, through his previous preconceptions. I think that's very cool of him. He's seeing that Kunosato is clearly in the wrong here, and that she also did attack him first, and he's not, budging on this, and, he's not even with his previous respect for her, he's absolutely standing his ground. I think that is very cool of him. Please leave. You're not part of this club, and you're not welcome here.
She was clenching her hands into fists so tightly, they turned white, standing between Kunosato and the rest of us as if she was some kind of guardian.
あなたが何のつもりでうちのタクルやウキそれから有村さんにひどい仕打ちをするのかは知りませんでも私はそれを許しません
I don't know why you're behaving this way towards Takuru, Uki, and Arimura-san, but I won't allow it.
お前の許可などいるか今実際に見ただろ能力者は危険な
Damn it, can you not be racist for 1 second? Fucking me up, seriously. I don't need your permission. You saw it for yourself just now. Psychics are dangerous.
今すぐお引き取りください
Leave now.
Kurusu's voice left no room for discussion. Neither of them moved a muscle for a moment.
ちょっと待ってくれストップだストップ
Oh, wait, what? Stop, stop! And then we heard panting coming from the hallway.
ぱりここか、Kunosatoさん。
I figured you'd be here, Kunosato-san. It was Shinjo-san. He must have been running for a while because his hair was messed up and there was sweat on his forehead.
俺に任せてくれと言わなかったか?
Didn't I ask you to leave this to me?
あんたの悠長なやり方では大切な証拠が消されてしまう。
The way you want to do it takes so long that the evidence we need will be destroyed.
焦るのはわかるが、物には言い方というものがだな。申し訳ない、クルスさん。俺たちは何も揉めたくて来たわけじゃないんだ。
I know you're in a hurry, but there are better ways to do things. I'm sorry, Kurusu-san. We didn't come here to fight.
じゃあ何のご用ですか？
Then why are you here?
そう怖い顔しないでくれるかな。
Please don't look at me like that. Shinjo-san looked at both of them, troubled. And then he turned towards me.
なあ、宮代君。君の言いたいことはわかる。昨日、ウキ君を連れ去ったことも別に責めたりしない。確かに俺たちが間違っていたかもしれん。
Listen, Miyashiro-kun. I know what you're gonna say. And I don't blame you for taking Uki-kun last night. We were probably in the wrong there.
だから今日はちゃんと頼みに来た。ウキ君と、あとできれば君と有村さんも叱るべき場所で一度検査を受けてほしいんだ。
Can I just say how fucking cool Takuru is? Like, seriously. Like, wow, what a guy. Like, my god. I am just so continually impressed by him.
So now we've come to ask you a favor. We want Uki-kun, and if possible, you and Arimura-san, to get an examination at a proper facility.
The track record we've seen about examining gigalomaniacs at a facility. Ew. Nah, we're good.
Huh?
What?
Harimura responded before I could.
新庄さんこそ頭の中見てもらったらどうですか？はーい、私喜んで実験台になりますなんて言うとでも思います？
If anyone needs their head examined, it's you. Did you honestly think we'd say, yes, please run a bunch of experiments on us? Idiot.
話は最後まで聞いてくれ。これは本当に君たちのためなんだよ。
Sure.
Let me finish. This is for your sake, really.
His next words came as a shock to me.
実は今しがた佐久間先生に相談をしてきたんだ。
We actually just spoke to Dr. Sakuma.
父さんに？
To Dad? To Dad? Both Caruso and I shouted at the same time.
君たちはその久野里さんのやり方が気に入らないんだよな。だったら佐久間先生の友人の病院ならどうだ
？Oh god. Oh god. I don't know. I'm getting really bad vibes. Oh god.
You two don't, you don't like the way Kunosato-san does things, right? And why not go to a hospital run by a friend of Dr. Sakuma's?
おい、何を勝手に決めて。
Hey, you can't just...
久野里さん。
Kunosato-san! Shut up, you're just making things worse. Shinjo-san put up a hand to cut her off.
わかるだろ。そうしなきゃ彼らは検査になんて応じないよ。ちゃんと君も同席させるから。
You know this is the only way they're ever going to agree, right? I'll let you come too. Kunosato-san furrowed a brow in anger, then turned around and left the room. Shinjo-san waited until he couldn't hear her footsteps anymore, then sighed a little in relief. Then he continued.
ということで、どうだろうな、宮代君、有村さん。何でも佐久間先生、以前は大学の医学部で准教授をしていたらしいじゃないか。
So, how about it, you two? I heard that Dr. Sakuma was once an assistant professor in the university medical department, after all. I didn't know that. Caruso must not have known it either, because she looked over at me, confused.
父さんが准教授？
Dad was an assistant professor.
知らなかったな。
I didn't know that.
ただの変なおじさんだと思ってた。
I thought he was just a weird old man.
おいおい。まあ、あのルックスじゃそう思われるかもしれないけど。
Hey, I mean, the way he looks, I can see where you get that idea, but, Shinjo-san laughed, seemingly in sympathy with my father.
佐久間先生の友人なら信頼できると思うんだけどな。どうだろう。
I think a friend of his can be trusted. What about you?
私はどっちにしても嫌です。
Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna have to. We can't just take you at your word right here. I don't know. For all we know, you and Kunosato could be doing good cop, bad cop. You know, like seriously. Either way, I refuse.
そう言うと思った。
I thought so. Shinjo-san chuckled. He had probably been anticipating that response.
でもな、有村さん。佐久間先生の話だと、君らの能力は身体に対して良くない影響を与えているかもしれないそうだよ。
Well, we know that's kind of true because of OG Takumi. But has she really been overusing it that much? Her effect seems more of a passive effect than an active one.
But you know, Arimura-san, from what Dr. Sakuma said, your powers might be having a bad effect on your health.
Eh?
What?
山添由紀君に会ってくるといい。
We do know
あ
that's
れで
true.
14歳というのは明らかにおかしいと思うんだ。なあ、宮代君。
Go meet Yamazue Uki-kun. You'll find it very difficult to believe that she's 14 years old. Right, Miyashiro-kun? It was true that Yamazue looked the same as she did in her old school pictures. It was like the passage of time had stopped for her.
But from what we know, gigalomaniacing too much does the opposite. It makes you age quickly.
If that was caused by her powers,
ウキ君に関しては絶対に精密検査をすべきというのが佐久間先生の意見だ。
Dr. Sakuma's opinion is that she needs a detailed examination, no matter what.
そのついでに宮代君と有村さんも異常がないか見てもらったらどうだろう。まあ人間ドックだと思えばいい。それでもダメかな。
I have no idea. Avoid it.
Why not have them take a look at the two of you while they're at it? Just think of it as a checkup. How does that sound? Arimura was still unsure, it seemed. But what happened to Yamazoe must have bothered her.
少し考えさせてください。
Let me think about it for a little.
ああ、それで構わない。
Hello, Jimbo. Welcome to the stream. But, yeah, Shogun was small, but he looked very old.
Yeah, that's fine.
まだ OK したわけじゃないですよ。
I haven't said I would yet, okay?
もちろん。
Of course.
あの
Huh? I looked out the door where Kunosato-san had just left.
父さんが必要だと言うなら検査を受けてもいいです。けどその途中でもし久野里さんがその山添や有村を実験動物みたいに扱ったりしたら
If Dad says I need an exam, I'll get one. But if Kunosato-san starts treating Yamazoe or Arimura like guinea pigs in the middle of it. I hesitated for a second, unsure of what to say. But then I continued.
僕だって怒ります。
Ooh.
能力を使ってその検査なんかできないようめちゃくちゃにしてやりますから覚えておいてください。
Oh my god! Oh my god, Taku! God, he is so badass. Oh my god!
I'll get mad. I'll use my powers and wreck everything so that you can't do an exam. Please remember that.
Ooh. Hello, Paolo. Welcome to the stream. Taku?
Dude! Wow, you're such a badass.
ダメよ。何言ってるの？
You can't do that. What are you saying?
Everyone was shocked to see me act so differently than usual. But I remembered the sense of power, of omnipotence that I just felt, and shivered a little.
Ooh, is he gonna go through an Edge Boy arc?
That's right. I could do it. I would do it. If I had to, I could do what I just did.
了解だ。検査中は俺が注意をしておく。それでいいだろ?
Oh god, I hope that doesn't mean they're just gonna freaking get, like, shoot him with a tranquilizer dart the second he walks onto the premises. Oh god. Be careful, Taku. You may be strong, but you're not omniscient. You can't see what's going on at all times, and I don't think you have the ability to use your powers defensively. I hope you're aware of these things. An edge boy is what I said. Void.
Understood. I'll make sure she understands that during the exam. Will that do?
Shinjo-san sighed. Oh, god damn it. Jeez.
Shinjo-san sighed a little and shook his head. He was probably trying to come up with a way to keep Kunosato-san quiet and not having much luck.
それじゃあ部活中のところお邪魔したね。
Alright, sorry to interrupt your club time. He went to leave the room, but just before he stepped into the hallway, he turned around.
あっといけない。もう一つ大事な話があったんだ。 Kunosato さんのせいで忘れるところだった。
I had something else important to say and I almost forgot it because of Kunosato-san.
なんでしょうか。
What is it?
It was clear from Kurusu's voice that she was still upset. Shinjo-san may have been used to dealing with Kunosato-san, but the Empress was a whole different beast altogether. He flinched a little.
宮代くんと尾上さん、あと伊藤くんにちょっとね。
This is for Miyashiro-kun, Onoe-san, and Ito-kun. Huh?
私ですか？
Me?
俺何も悪いことしてないっすよ。
I didn't do anything.
してないです。
And neither did I.
君たち病院の地下へ不法侵入したじゃないか。
Oh shit.
You three trespassed in the hospital basement, didn't you?
あれはですね。
Yeah, that was.
というか、それを言ったら新庄さんや久野里さんだって。
Wait, didn't you and Kunosato-san do the exact same thing?
その通りだ。だから今のは冗談として。
That's right. So that was just a joke.
冗談になってね。
Well, it wasn't funny.
本気でびっくりしちゃったよ。
You really scared me.
聞きたいことっていうのは実はその地下施設のことでね。
Actually, I wanted to ask you something about that. Shinjo-san's voice dropped several decibels as he continued.
久野里さんの話だと施設の PC に南沢千里という
Here we go. Here we go.
Kunosato-san said there was data on a girl named Manami Senri on the computer there.
Here we go. And Nono is here. Just to hear this.
I heard Kurusu gasp a little. Shinjo-san didn't know about Kurusu and Minami-sawa, though, so he just looked confused for a moment before quickly continuing.
久野里さんは君たちも一緒に見たと証言してる。覚えはあるかな？
Kunosato-san says you saw it too. Do you remember? Suddenly hearing that name almost brought back the trauma, but...
はい、見ました。
Yes, I saw it.
データは確かにあったんだね。
The data was there, right?
はい。
Yes.
そうか。
I see. Shinjo-san looked at Ito and Serika too. They both nodded.
ならこれを確認してほしい。証拠品でね、
Ooh.
実物を持ってくるわけにはいかなかったんだが。
Here we go. Are they finally gonna find out?
Then I want you to see this. It's evidence, so I couldn't bring the real thing here, but... He put his hand in his pocket and took out a photo.
So yeah, that's what she looked like. Arc heart. Yep.
It showed what looked like an ID card. I couldn't believe my eyes. The card looked old, and it was dirty and scratched in spots.
I bet she might have dropped it.
But the name and face on it were clearly visible.
南沢千里。
Minami-sawa Senri. That's right. The name Minami-sawa Senri was displayed under the ID number. The expressionless face in the picture was, without a doubt, the girl I'd seen in the basement.
どうだろう。同姓同名の別人ってことはないかな。久野里さんはこの子に間違いないと言ってるんだが。
Well, could it just be a different person with the same name? Kunosato-san insists that it's her.
So where did they get that ID card?
間違いないです。
It's her, I'm sure of it.
So they're still not connecting her to the fire lady.
Yeah, I think so too.
私も
Me too.
All three of us answered instantly. Shinjo-san nodded and put the picture back into his pocket.
そうか。ありがとう。
I see. Thank you.
その子、南沢千里さんがどうかしたんですか？
Yeah, okay, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
That girl, Manawisawa Senri-san. Is something going on with her?
Ooh, yeah, she's not feeling too well.
I asked, trying to say it in a way that wouldn't bother Kurusu.
ゆうべ、そうだな。ちょうど君がウキ君を青葉寮に連れて行ってしまった頃か。
Ooh, here we go.
Last night, it would have been just about the time you two took Uki-kun to Aoba dorm, I suppose.
新鮮駅付近を警ら中だった巡査2名が連続放火事件の容疑者らしき。
Oh, yup, yup, yup. Here we fucking go. Finally! I am shocked it took them this long. And that none of the people in the newspaper club understood this.
Two officers on patrol near Shinsen Station found a woman they believed to be a suspect in the serial arson case.
っていうと、私たちを襲ったパイロキネシストですか？
Then that's the pyrokinetic who attacked us?
あ、君らの証言や有村さんに協力してもらった似顔絵と特徴が一致していた。
Yeah, there you go.
何よりも火を使ったらしいからね。
Hello, gone to heaven. Welcome to the stream. Finally, they're finally saying the obvious thing. Here we go.
Yeah, your testimony in the composite sketch that Arimura helped with matched, I'm told. And more than anything, she supposedly was using fire. Supposedly, I'm told. Those words probably meant
逃げられたんですね。
she escaped, didn't she?
職務質問をしよう
Damn,
と近寄った
oh,
途
she's
端
on
に
the
や
loose.
られた。一人は重度の熱傷で
Did she drop that ID
病院
card?
の ICU にいる。
They were attacked when they went to question her. One was badly burned, is in the ICU.
もう一人の巡査は女を取り押さえようと揉み合いになった。結局彼も手足を焼かれ重傷なんだが、その時女が落としたのが
The other officer tried to grab her and got into a struggle. He was badly burned on the arms and legs too, but during the struggle she dropped this.
Yep. There we go. Finally.
He patted the photo in his pocket.
Huh?
Huh? That woman having Naosawa Senri's ID card? Why?
Oh, come on!
それって宮代を襲った犯人がそのってことですか？
Does that mean she's the one who attacked Miyashiro? It has to, right? Oh shit, oh god, that must be Nono. Uh-oh. She's having like a panic attack or something.
Suddenly there was a loud crash.
Yup. Yup. Yup.
I turned and saw that Caruso had gone deathly pale. And I grabbed a table to keep herself from falling over. Her teacup was lying shattered on the table. The sound was probably from when she dropped it.
クルス、
Caruso!
Senpai!
大丈
Are you okay?
夫？ええ、ごめんなさい。ちょっとめまいがしたものだから。
Yes. I'm sorry. I just felt a little dizzy.
座ってろ、副部長。
Sit down, Vice President.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
Kazuki dragged a chair over for her to sit in, and she collapsed down on top of it. Shinjo-san seemed to realize that something was wrong. He hesitated for a moment, then asked in a soft tone as he could muster.
クルスさん、もしかして君も南沢千里のことを何か知っているのか？
Kurusu-san, do you know something about Noisawa Senri?
新庄さん、そのことは。
Shinjo-san? That's not...
平気よ、タクル。
I'm fine, Takuru.
Kurusu looked up at him and cut me off. And then she told him how Noisawa Senri was a childhood friend, and that she was being used as a test subject in the experiments conducted in that basement. And finally...
でも千里は渋谷地震の被災者として慰霊碑にも名前が刻まれています。犯人であるはずがありません。
But her name's on the memorial for the victims of the Shibuya earthquake. It can't be her. She probably just wasn't found.
That's how she finished.
そうですよ。あの地震の犠牲になったんだろうってKunosatoさんも言ってましたし。
That's right. Kunosato-san said she probably died in the earthquake too. I quickly added. Shinjo-san thought for a moment, and then spoke, even more gently than before.
クルスさん、よく話してくれたね。ありがとう。
Kurusu-san, thank you for telling me this.
彼女の死の記録が事実かどうかは今警察で再調査を進めている。その状況次第では申し訳ない。改めて署の方で話を聞かせてもらうかもしれない。
Yeah, finally, I really want to see Kurusu talk to her.
The police are investigating whether the records of her death are accurate. Depending on what we find, I'm afraid I may have to ask you to come down to the station to talk to them.
構いません。何かの間違いだと信じてますけど。
That's fine. Though I do believe it's some kind of mistake.
There was no doubt in her voice. Shinjo-san chuckled a little.
君の友達を疑いたくはないが、因果な商売でね。
I don't want to doubt your friend, but it's a part of my job.
犯人の正体はともかく、宮代君と有村さん、君らはまた狙われる可能性がある。用心だけはしていてくれ。
Whoever the arsonist might be, there's a chance they might come after you two again. Miyashiro-kun, Arimura-san, be careful.
やっぱりそうですかね。
You're right, aren't you?
君たちは能力者だとバレてしまったんだ。何かあったらすぐに連絡を。24時間いつでも構わない。
She knows you're psychics now. If something happens, call me anytime, 24 hours a day.
あと、南沢千里の件に関しては、警察から正式に発表があるまで外部に漏らさないでくれ。真偽がはっきりするまでマスコミあたりに騒がれたくない。
Also, don't tell anyone about Manami-sawa Senri until the police make an official announcement. I don't want the media finding out until we know the truth of the matter. Thanks. Shinjo-san took one last worried look at Kurusu and then left the room. Everyone fell silent, lost in their own thoughts.
Alright. I'm surprised that they didn't think of this before. But at least now we're moving forward. They found that out finally. Or they're, you know, I really want to see Nono talk to her.
In the end, we cancelled the club meeting, and Kurusu went to the student council to finish up her work. She was still pale. We all got ready to go, but for some reason no one actually left. Sarika and Arimura were flipping through magazines. Katsuki was still silently playing ESO2. Ito and I were thinking about the case and glancing occasionally at the map on the wall. There was a new sticky memo on the map.
Yep.
While I was trying to decide if we should add it, Kurusu had written it down and copied it herself. Her normally beautiful handwriting was a little unsteady. She'd probably been shaking as she wrote it.
No, she's probably not the killer, but she's definitely the pyro. Like, because I think they kind of sussed out already that she's working with somebody else, and that her partner or whatever is the one doing the actual murders. She's covering for her by starting the fires.
Manami saw a Senri, huh? Yes.
確かに似てたな。ID カードにあった子供の頃の写真と有村の証言の似顔絵。
She does, absolutely.
The girl in the ID card photo does look a lot like the one Arimura described for that sketch. Arimura looked up from her magazine. She was staring at me. She didn't say it aloud, but it's obvious she was trying to tell me that she thought so too. I thought back to when we'd been attacked by the pyrokinetic. She was a lot older, but if the girl on the ID card grew up, she might look like that, yes. Then, was she the one who attacked us? But that can't be.
なんかもう少し情報らしきものがあればな。
If only we had some more solid information.
もしかするとあの子なら何か知ってるかもしれない。
Well, maybe that girl knows something.
あの子
That girl?
Uki.
ああ、
You gotta talk to Uki, see what she knows. I wonder, like, if the old woman is ever gonna come back into play.
I hesitated for a moment, but then realized we weren't getting anywhere as things stood. So I held out my hand toward Ito.
悪いがスマホ貸してくれ。
Let me borrow your phone for a second.
お前まだ新しいの手に
I
入
was
れてな
about
い
to
のかよ。
say that.
You still don't have a new one? Come on, man. Can't you have like a lighthearted shopping episode with Sarika?
Hello, Liz. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you.
I'll get one soon. Thank you. I took the phone from Ito and dialed the number. After a few rings, I heard a voice I knew well. It was a gruff voice that I heard almost every day lately. Hello, this is Aoba Clinic.
もしもし、父さん。僕だけど。
Hello, Dad. It's me. Oh, Taku, what is it?
あのさ、山添さんなんだけど、今どうしてるかなと思って。
It's about Yamazoe-san. What is she doing right now?
ああ、今診察室のベッドで点滴をしてる。軽い栄養失調が見られてな。お前が言うようにかなり劣悪な環境にいたんだろう。
I'm giving her an IV in the exam room. She looked a little malnourished. Like you said, she was probably in a really bad environment.
今って電話に出られるかな？
Can I talk to her on the phone?
眠ってはいないから大丈夫だとは思うが、ちょっと待ってろ。
She's not asleep, so that should be okay. Just give me a second. I could hear him get further away from the phone. A second later, I heard a loud, high-pitched girl's voice.
ちょっとタクル兄、ウキちゃんは治療中なんだから邪魔しちゃダメだよ。
Hey, big bro. Okay-chan's getting treatment right now. You can't bother her.
お前の大声の方が治療の邪魔じゃないのか。
Your yelling is probably bothering her worse than I would, right?
Huh?
Yui had probably been so worried about Yamazoi that she'd raced home after school. It was great to see her being such a good friend, but right now is a huge nuisance.
ああ、いいから山添さんに代わってくれ。大事なようなんだ。
Just let me talk to Yamazoi-san. It's important.
後じゃいけないの？
It can't wait?
これ絶対に内緒な。できればクルスには聞かせたくない話なんだ。お前も黙ってろよ。
I mean, isn't she? Oh no, that's right. She left. She's not in the room anymore.
This is a secret, okay? I don't want Kurusu to find out. So don't you tell anybody, okay? There was silence on the line for a moment as she thought. But eventually she reluctantly agreed.
分かった。待ってて。
Okay, just hold on a second.
Since it was just me, she probably didn't feel any need to put the call on hold. I could hear doors opening and closing as she went to the exam room. There was someone whispering, and then I heard another girl's voice.
もしもし。
Hello?
ああ、急にごめんな。具合良くないのか。
Hey, sorry to bother you. You're not feeling well.
大丈夫です。私は平気だと言ったんですが、佐久間先生とゆいさんが心配してくださって。
I'm fine. I said it was okay, but Dr. Sakuma and Yui-san were worried about me.
そっか。
I see. I was relieved to hear that she wasn't in bad shape. What I was about to ask might be bad for her mentally.
な、もしかして南沢千里って子知ってたりしないか？
Hey, do you know a girl named Aoba Senri?
I'm sorry?
南沢千里。記録によると渋谷地震まで君と同じ施設に通っていたはずなんだ。年齢は6年間だから12歳くらいかな。
Minawasawa Senri. According to the records, she went to the same facility you did until the Shibuya earthquake. She would have been, that was 6 years ago, so maybe around 12?
南沢千里さん。
Minamisawa Senri-san.
そうだ、どんなことでもいい。彼女について何か覚えていることはないか？
That's right. Is there anything you remember about her, no matter how small?
南沢さん。
Minamisawa-san.
She seemed to be trying her best to remember. I saw that the rest of the newspaper club, not just Ito, but Seruka, Arimura, and Kazuki as well, were staring at me and trying to hear the conversation. Yamazoi thought a little bit more before she spoke.
直接会ったりお話ししたことはないです。
Alright, so they probably just missed each other. Oh, here we go. I never met or talked with her directly, but
でも
But
何度か治療室に入っていく姿を見かけたことがあります。あの子は私よりも辛い治療をしてるって。
dang.
だから私も頑張るようにって先生に言われました。
I saw her go into the treatment room several times. They said her treatment was more painful than mine. So the doctors told me I had to work hard too. Oh boy. Well, that adds up.
I remembered the experiments I'd seen as a little kid, as well as the tiny girl crying for help. I shivered. But Yamazawa had it far worse than I did. She'd actually been exposed to the same torture that Manamisawa Senri was.
ごめんな。嫌なことを思い出させて。
I'm sorry for making you remember something so horrible.
いいえ、私はそれが嫌なことだとは思っていませんでしたから。
No, I never thought it was horrible.
そっか。
I see.
他に何か覚えてることはないか？
Is there anything else you remember?
あと、そうですね。南沢さんは随分と足が悪かったみたいで。
Oh, yep, I remember that. Yep. There we go. Solid 100%, as if it wasn't obvious already. Yep. Oh, right. Minawisawa-san had hurt her leg, I think.
足？
Her leg.
はい。私が見かけた時はいつも片足を引きずっていて、先生に支えられるようにして治療室へ入っていきました。
Yes. When I saw her, she was always dragging one leg. The doctors would always help her to the treatment room.
片足を引きずって。
Dragging one leg.
なので、私はてっきり施設で足の治療をしているんだと思っていたのですが。
So I was sure she was getting treatment for her leg.
Dragging her leg. Wasn't that the same thing the pyrokinetic was doing?
There we go. Now they're connecting the pieces. Gotta say, she looks super badass. Miyashiro-san.
いや、ごめん。また何かあったら聞くよ。ありがとう。
Sorry. If I need anything else, I'll ask. Thank you.
はい。それでは、ゆいさんに電話を戻。
All right. I'll give the phone back to Yui-san.
そのまま切っちゃってくれ。うるさいから。じゃあまた後で。
Just hang up, she's being annoying. Anyway, see you later.
ちょっと、なんか聞こえたよ。うるさいって何？
Hey, I heard that. What do you mean being annoying?
Click. I hung up the phone before she could finish and handed it back to Ito. Then I looked at the map again. Yes, it's definitely her. I saw the two notes that Caruso had written with a shaky hand. Pyrokinetic found had Senri's ID card. Pyrokinetic equals killer, killer might be Senri.
あの女は本当に南沢千里なのか？
I mean, she's gotta be. Like, there's no other fucking candidate. Like, it just adds up too well. I don't know why he's even questioning it. I think he just doesn't want to believe.
Is that woman really Manamisawa Senri?
Like, the motivation lines
彼
up.
女はもうこの世にはいないんだろ。副部長が言うように慰霊碑にも名前があるし。
You guys are way too... Like, you have no idea how easily that could have been faked. Like, seriously, Narose could fake anything.
But she's dead, right? Her name's on the memorial like the vice president said.
I mean, Narose could easily fake that.
なあ。でも地下で見たデータでは行方不明になってた。
Exactly.
Yes, but the data we saw underground only said that she was missing.
だからそれは
And that's...
そう新庄さんにも言ったけど僕はそれが彼女の死を意味すると思い込んでいたクルスもそう言ってたし
Yes, just like Shinjo-san had said, I was sure that meant she was dead. Caruso had said so too.
けどもしそれがデータ通り本当に行方がわからないだけだとしたら
But what if the data was right, and she actually did just go missing?
どういうこと？
What do you mean?
Zarek was looking between me and the map in confusion.
尾上も覚えがあるだろ AH 東京総合病院は渋谷地震の時災害拠点病院の一つになっていた被災者のデータはいくらでも共有できたはずだ
Don't you remember, Onoe? H Tokyo was one of the main relief centers during the earthquake. They would have had any number of ways to share data.
そうなるとちょっと変ですね慰霊碑に名前があるってことはどこかの病院あるいは警察で彼女の死亡が正式に確認されたってことですもんね
But that's kind of strange. If her name's on the memorial, that means some hospital somewhere, or maybe the police officially declared her dead.
だろあんな実験までやっていた連中が大事な被験者の死亡情報を見逃すはずがない
Right? That was a pretty large-scale operation. They wouldn't miss it if one of the test subjects was dead.
確かに行方不明なんて書かないよな普通
They wouldn't write missing, yeah. Ito crossed his arms and thought.
ってことは死亡したっていう情報が間違いもしくは嘘か
Oh, hello, Lysony, welcome to the stream. It's really been 5 years? Oh my god. I still love and cherish Umineko, and I still one day plan to do a replay of it. It's still my favorite story of all time. Thank you, Lysony. I can't believe it's been 5 years. Wow, but thank you so much. I had a lot of fun making it. I'm so happy you had a lot of fun watching it.
Which means her name on the memorial's a mistake. Or a deliberate lie.
新庄さんは多分それを疑ってる南沢千里という子はまだ生きていてそして僕たちを狙ってるってことだ
That's probably what Shinjo-san suspects. That Minawasawa Senri is alive and that she's after us. The red sun was about to sink below the buildings on the horizon. I looked out the window and saw the sunlight had illuminated the clouds and formed a brilliant twilight. But soon it would disappear and the cold night would come.
でもさ仮に犯人が南沢千里だとしてなんでお前を襲うよ
But if Minawasawa Senri's the killer, why would she attack you?
And here's where he thinks of that motivation.
それはわからないなぜか能力者を恨んでいてたまたま僕が引っかかったのか
I don't know. Maybe she hates psychics for some reason and just happened to find me.
だったらわざわざニュージェネの狂気事件をなぞる必要なくね
That's what her partner is probably orchestrating. The partner is probably taking advantage of her bloodlust. I was thinking of doing something slightly different for it, Void.
If that's the case, then what's the point of recreating the New Gen madness?
宮代の推論通り犯行に何かメッセージがあるとすれば別だけどな
Of course, if there's some kind of message encoded in the killings, that's a different matter. Some kind of message? Back then, when Manami or Senri begged me for help, I'd left her there.
Here we go. Now he's thinking of it.
I was just a kid. What could I do? No matter how much I told myself that, she probably wouldn't agree. She probably thought I was a ray of hope, but I left her there and ran away.
So it looks like we're going to deal with Senri very soon. And then the rest of the game will deal with her mystery partner, who had been orchestrating this. That's what it feels like. The game is heading toward.
She probably thought I was a ray of hope, but I left her there and ran away. It wouldn't surprise me if the memories of that turned to hatred and rage that she would never forget. And after she was set free during the Shibuya earthquake, she attacked me. Huh? Suddenly I remembered the time when she'd attacked me. That smile on her face had chilled me to the bone. And she had said to me,
I found you.
could it be revenge?
He's got it all figured out.
Is this whole thing Manami was Senri's way of getting revenge on me?
そんなわけあるか
Damn it, that's impossible!
He figured it out. Taku, you cracked the case. Well, half of it. Like, what does her partner get out of this?
I realized what I was thinking and slapped my hands against my cheeks to drive the thought out of my mind.
Really? Really?
Oh, 任せろや。
Yup, just leave it to me!
やったよウキちゃん今日から一緒に暮らせるって
Yay! Isn't that great, Uki-chan? He said you could stay here!
After we got back, Kurusu and I were met with some good news.
はいよろしくお願いします
Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
もうだから敬語はいらないってば
I told you. You don't need to be so polite.
Shinjo-san had come here in the afternoon, and that's what he'd worked out. There were several reasons. First, Frisia couldn't keep her anymore, but due to her power, it'd be difficult to give her to a normal orphanage. Second, Shinjo-san was taking a different route than the other officers on this case, so he said he couldn't give her to a police facility. And the most important thing of all was that this was what Yamazoe wanted. Having her old friend Yui here seemed to be helping her a lot.
よかったわねウキちゃん
That's wonderful, Uki-chan.
はい
Yes.
She blushed a little and nodded.
父さんもありがとう
Thanks, Dad.
なに、むしろこっちがありがたいってもんだ。誰かさんと違ってとっても気が利くし、家事の手際もいい。
Don't worry, I'm actually glad to have her. Unlike a certain someone, she's very nice and does a good job with the chores.
もう少し元気になったら、委員の手伝いもしてくれるって言うし、大助かりだ。
When she's feeling a little better, she says she's gonna help around the clinic too.
父さんそれは私に対する当てつけと考えていいの
Dad, can I assume that last one was directed at me?
Yui pouted, but Dad just laughed and ran his hands through her hair.
部屋はどこにしようかしら。今空いてるところってないわよね。
Where should we put her? We don't have any spare rooms right now.
私と一緒でいいでしょ？ね。
You want to sleep with me, right? Right?
そういうわけにはいかないわ。ユウトはどうするの？
We can't do that. What about you two?
別にいいじゃない。平気よね、ユウ。
Oh, you don't mind. Who cares? Do you? Do you?
ほら、ユウト困ってるでしょ。ダメよ。
See, he does mind. So no.
だったら僕の部屋は？
Then what about my room?
嘘。タクルにってばやらしい。
Oh, he's gonna move out again. That's I see. No way. Brooke, you're such a pervert.
いくらなんでもそれはまずいだろう。
There's no way that's a good idea.
He means he's gonna move out.
違うよ。そういう意味じゃなくて。
I love his sprites.
No. That's not what I meant. Once this case was settled, I intended to leave. So I could sleep in the dining room or something, and she could have my room. But Kurusu seemed to know exactly what I was thinking, and she poked me in the stomach.
なんだよ。
What?
ダメですからね。また勝手に出て行ったら。
I'm not letting you just leave us again.
ここにいるのは事件が終わるまでって約束したろ。
The deal was that I'd only stay here until the case was resolved, right?
そうだけど、あなたがだらしないからよ。一人暮らしなんて気が気じゃないって何度も言ってるでしょ。
That's true. But I've told you a bunch of times that I don't think you've got any business living on your own.
Dad suddenly slapped his hands together.
ああ、そうだ。一つ部屋が空いてるじゃないか。
Oh, I know. We do have a spare room.
You do? Huh?
ほら、今は使ってないが、以前ナースの宿直室だった。
You know, we have that room that we used to use when the nurses did overnight shifts.
あそこって物置じゃない、今。
Huh? We use that as a storage room now, though.
でもな、日当たりもいいし、物置にしとくのはもったいないと思ってたんだ。
That room gets a lot of sun, and I've been thinking if there's ways to use it as a closet.
そう思ってたのなら、もっと早く片付けてほしかったわ。
Then you should have cleaned it out earlier.
Kurusu sighed and turned to me.
明日部屋の片付けをしましょう。手伝ってね。
We can clean it out tomorrow. Help me with it, okay?
はーい。
Okay.
Yuto answered cheerfully.
でも今夜はどうしようか。ゆいとウキちゃんが一緒で、ゆうとは父さんとでいい？
But what do we do for tonight? Yui can stay with Uki-chan and Yuto can stay with Dad. Does that work? Yeah.
よし、決まり。布団用意しなきゃ。ユウ、手伝ってくれる？
Okay, I'll go get a futon ready. Can you help me? Okay.
私、自分でやりますから。
Oh, I can do it myself, ma'am.
大丈夫。ウキちゃんは何がどこにあるのかまだ分かってないでしょ。あと敬語はいいってば。
It's fine. You don't know where anything is yet, right? Stop being so polite.
は
Yes, ma'am.
い。だからそこははいじゃなくてうんうん。ね、言ってみて。
And stop saying ma'am. Just talk normally. Try it, okay?
でも私も手伝うので。
Okay. But I'm gonna help too.
そう？それじゃあ一緒に。
Yeah? Then let's both.
あ、ちょっと待ってくれ。
Oh, wait a second. I stopped Yamazoe before Yui could take her head out of the room.
どうしたのタクラに。
What's wrong, big bro?
山添、新庄さんから話は聞いたけど、もう一回だけ確認させてくれないかな。
Yamazoe, I talked to Shinjo-san, but I wanted to ask you one more time.
はい。
Yes?
僕のスマホ、今どこにあるか本当に知らないんだよな。
That is still a mystery.
You really don't know where my smartphone is, do you?
スマホ？
Smartphone.
ほら、こういうのだよ。
You know, like one of these.
Yui took out a phone and showed it to her. When Yamazoe saw it, she finally seemed to remember.
ああ、新庄さんが見せてくれた電話機のことですね。あれは、その、落ちていた場所に戻したんです。
Oh, the telephone that Shinjo-san showed me. I put it back where it fell.
その後、誰が拾ったのかわからないか。
Do you know who picked it up?
はい、すみません。
I don't. I'm sorry.
そっか。
I see. So it was just like Shinjo-san had said after all. Then who exactly had my phone and the picture inside it? And how had they been able to call Ito's phone?
タクルに、もういい？話は終わり？
Big bro, can we go now? Are you done talking?
ああ。
Yes?
それじゃあ寝る準備しに行こう。父さん、とりあえず病院の使ってもいいよね。
Let's get ready for bed then. Dad, I can use the stuff in the clinic, right?
おう、この前干してからまだ使ってないやつがあったろ。あれ使え。あとシーツも。
Yeah, we just hung them up to dry, and there should be one we haven't used yet. And there's also the sheets.
分かってるって。ああ、そうだ。ねえ、ウキちゃん、お風呂も一緒に入らない？
I know that. Oh, right. Uki-chan, do you want to take a bath together? Oh, God.
は
Huh? Yes, ma'am.
い。だから、はいじゃないでしょ。
I told you to stop that. Like, I don't think, like, would a home bath we'd be big enough for that?
うん。
Okay.
言っとくけど、ユウは別だからね。
You're not allowed to take one with us, okay?
わかってるよ。
I know that.
ユイのやつ、ずいぶんとはしゃいでるな。
Yui's really excited.
そうね。でもわかるわ。やっぱりお友達っていいものよ。
Yes, but I can understand. It's nice having friends.
Yui took Yamazoe and Yuto out of the room.
クルスは大丈夫か？
Are you okay, Kurusu?
どうして？
Why do you ask?
ほら、食費とかいろんな世話とか一人分増えるだろ。
You know, because of food expenses and stuff, we've got another person to take care of now.
世話は平気よ。ウキちゃんはいろいろ手伝ってくれるって言うし、むしろ楽になるくらい。食費とかはまあ父さんが頑張ってくれれば。
Will it be fine? Uki-chan said she's going to help run the house, so it'll actually get easier. As for food expenses, as long as Dad works hard. It would be an absolute nightmare. Void Dweller, it would be an absolute nightmare to lose my phone.
おお、任せとけ。ちょっとトイレに。
Yeah, leave it to me. Oh, I'm gonna hit the bathroom. Dad quickly ran out of the room to escape Perusu's gaze.
もう
That man.
She chuckled, but there was a kindness in her laugh.
Oh, here we go. Completely awakened. Shall I do it? More suffering. Oh, oh, that. Oh, yeah. Ami-chan is out. Okay, so Ami-chan is the is the pyro girl. Oh boy. Is Senri. What is this? Shall I do it? And why? My God. I just realized. It's gotta be someone who was in that room. It has to be, because how else would they know that he was able to see the D-sword fully like that? It could be Mio. I mean, like, I don't know. Who the fuck could it be? Like, Mio is the only one it could be, right? Other than Shinjo, but they wouldn't make the detective evil twice, would they? Like, it's gotta be Mio or Shinjo, or maybe this is Kazuki's role. I mean, Kazuki has said absolutely nothing outside of that one delusion. It's gotta be. Like, it's gotta be Mio or Shinjo or Kazuki. Probably not Mio, because that would be too obvious almost. Sunday.
Arimura Yamazo and I got a full medical check at a hospital run by one of Dad's friends, just like Shinjo-san had suggested. And now the numbers, brainwaves, electrocardiographs, MRIs and other images were lined up on Dad's computer screen. Of course, as a complete amateur, I had no idea what any of it meant. Kunosato-san was talking to my dad as if he was one of his colleagues, rather than addressing him as the much older man that he was.
おかしなものって何ですか？ただでさえこんな検査されてムカついてるのに。しかも今日って友達と約束あったんですよ。
I'm thinking it's gotta be Kazuki, right? Like, Kazuki is on the computer all the time. It's gotta be Kazuki. But interesting. So the accomplice is taking orders from Senri, all to make Taku suffer. What do you mean you found something strange? I already pissed off that I had to do the stupid exam. I'm supposed to meet up with some friends today.
女子同士って一度断ると後々面倒なんですけど。
When a girl blows off another girl, it makes things complicated down the road.
Arimura put her hands on her hips and complained. Yamazoe, for her part, looked scared. She was hiding behind me and trying to stay out of Kunosato-san's sight.
素人は黙ってろ。邪魔だ。
You don't know anything. And you need to shut up. You're getting in the way.
はあ？冗談じゃないですよ。ここでちゃんと言っとかないと、この先どんな実験をされるか分かったもんじゃありませんからね。
What? No way! Want to make things clear now? Who knows what you're gonna do in the future?
そういうことを言うど素人が一番腹が立つ。
Amateurs like you piss me off the most.
なあ有村さん、久野里さん、そうやって一日中喧嘩してて疲れないか？
Hey, Arimura-san, Kunosato-san. Don't you ever get tired of fighting all day? Shinjo-san sighed like he always did. Arimura's eyes narrowed as she glared at Kunosato-san, who just laughed.
で、佐久間先生、結果はどうでした？
So, Dr. Sakuma, what'd you find?
分かったことがあれば、なるべく早くお願いします。できればこの後買い物に行きたいんで。
Oh god, I hope they're all not like dying of a brain tumor or something. Jeez, that would suck. If you found something, tell me as fast as you can. I want to go shopping after this.
ああ、そうするよ。まず、ウキちゃんの成長阻害因子に関してだが、これはすぐにはわからん。染色体からホルモンの分泌異常まで詳しい結果が出るには時間がかかる。
Sure, I will. First, as for why Uki-chan stopped growing, won't know for a while. It'll take time to get results back on our chromosomal and hormone tests.
Human growth hormone must be installed in some way.
体はどこにも異常なし。どの臓器もすこぶる健康だ。
And as for you two, you're in good health. No issues with any of your internal organs.
Yay!
ただし、タクルは食事のバランスが明らかに悪い。
Ow!
特定の栄養素が欠乏してる。これはノノによーく言っとくからな。
Oh my god. Okay. You had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
But Takuru is showing clear signs of eating an unbalanced diet. Certain nutrients are very clearly missing. I'll make this very clear to Nono.
Gah! No, anything but that.
少し甘いものや油を控えた方がいい。
Human growth hormone.
このままだと確実にメタボへ一直線だ。
Is what I was saying, Void Dweller.
And you, Orimura-san, need to cut back on the sweets and fatty foods. No junk food. You're on a straight path towards obesity right now.
She does not look like that in the least. You're full of crap if you think that. Look at her. She is like perfectly petite.
Get.
Gah!
体のことは別にいい。脳はどうなんだ？
Enough about their bodies. What about their brains?
ああ、これが MRI だが。
Yeah, well, there's an MRI scan. Dad clicked one of the images, which displayed images of a human brain. Arimura must have found the sight of her own brain creepy, because she looked away. Yamazoe didn't seem to know what it was and stared at it from behind me, confused.
It has to be someone who hasn't really interacted with Hinai. Because Hinai could tell when somebody is lying. So, and all freaking she ever says, like, and all, like, Kazuki ever says is, and, like, that, I don't think you could really get anything from that, so it makes sense to be Kazuki.
Kunosato-san clicked through the images slowly, checking each little part in turn, but then finally tossed it away.
3人ともネガティブだな。
All three of them are negative, aren't they?
ああ、ネガティブだよ。
Yeah, this MRI shows negative.
ネガティブ？嘘、頭悪いってことですか？
Negative? What? Does that mean I'm stupid?
Arimura staggered back as if she'd been given some kind of shocking news.
確かに頭が悪いな。バカすぎる。
Huh? Yes, you're stupid. Extremely stupid.
そんな。
No way!
いやいや、そういう意味じゃないから。
No, no, that's not what the word means. Dad chuckled a little.
久野里君、君は聞いていた以上に人が悪いね。
Kunosato-kun, you're an even meaner person than I've been told.
ネガティブの意味もわからないようなやつはバカと断じていいはずだが。
If she doesn't know what negative means, then I'd say calling her stupid is fair.
こいつは新庄君の気苦労もわかるね。
I see what Shinjo-kun's going through.
でしょ
Right. Shinjo-san gave Dad a tired smile.
安心していい、有村さん。医学の世界ではネガティブは陰性って意味だ。つまりおかしな症状は出ていないということだよ。
Don't worry, Arimura-san. Negative in the medical sense is a good thing. Means there's no unusual symptoms.
え？
Huh?
君の脳は至って正常ってことさ。
Your brain is completely normal.
なんだ、びっくりした。
Oh, you scared me.
Arimura sighed with relief, but once acting like a girl her age. Lately, I'd finally understood that this was who she really was. She told me once before that she was always trying to be the person that people around her wanted to be.
ギガロマニアックスと脳の肥大化の間には結局因果関係はないのか。
So there's no relationship between a Gigalomaniac's power and the enlargement seen in their brain.
少なくともタクルたちに異常は見られない。君の言うそのギガロなんとかとの関連性は自分で判断してくれ。
At the very least, I can tell you that I'm not seeing any issues with them on these charts. You can decide for yourself what that means in relation to those gigawatts you're talking about. Kunosato-san frowned and lapsed into thought.
でも 一連の殺人事件の犠牲者には特徴があった。被害者の脳に同一の症状が見受けられた。
But there was a commonality between all the murder victims. Their brains all showed the same symptoms.
Kunosato-san showed Dad a tablet computer. It had several brain scans on it that weren't ours. Arimura looked away again.
これを見ればわかるだろう。どれも大脳新皮質が肥大化している。
You can tell from looking at this, right? The cerebral neocortex is swollen.
ああ、言われれば確かに。
You're right, now that you mention it. Dad whispered as he looked at the tablet.
肥大化？大きくなってるってこと？
Swollen? It's bigger?
まあな。
That's right.
およそ 1.2 倍といったところか。そこで今回お前たちの脳に同様の症状があるのか見せてもらったわけだが。
About 1.2 times their normal size. So we want to see if your brain showed the same symptoms.
結果はネガティブだった。お前たちの脳は通常の人間と変わらない。
つまり被害者にだけ脳を肥大化させる特別な何かが起こった。
Which means something happened to the victims that caused their brains to swell.
さあ、それはどうだろうな。この程度なら日常生活に支障のあるレベルじゃない。知性や知能にも影響はないだろう。本人も気づいてなかったんじゃないか？
I don't know about that. This isn't large enough to cause a problem with their daily lives. It wouldn't affect them mentally either. They probably didn't even notice it.
つまりもともとそういう脳をしていたのか、死の間際に異常をきたしたのか、あるいは脳に異常をきたしたせいで死んだのか、断定はできないということですか。
In other words, their brains were either like that originally, or this happened to them when they died. Or perhaps this is what killed them. We don't know. Dad looked at the tablet and nodded.
そういうことだね。
That's right.
いずれにせよ考察のためのデータが乏しすぎる。せめてあと 2,3 人被害者が出てくれればいいんだが。
Either way, we don't have enough data to make a decision. If only we had 2 or 3 more victims.
だからそういうことを口にするのはやめろ。
I told you to stop saying that. Shinjo-san treated it like a joke, but her face was completely serious and terrifying.
っていうか、つまり今日の私たちの検査はあんまり意味がなかったってことですか？冗談じゃないんですけど。
So does that mean there wasn't any real point to this exam? You've gotta be kidding me.
いや、そんなことはないさ。有村さんがすこぶる健康で脳にも異常なしって分かっただけでも収穫じゃないか。
No, that's just not true. Now that you're healthy and your brain is fine is a blessing, right? Shinjo-san tried his best to make her feel better, but
私に向かって心にもないこと言っても無駄ですよ。
Don't say to me things to me that you don't mean.
これだから有村は厄介だって思いましたね、今。
You were just thinking, this is why Arimura is such a hassle just now, weren't you?
そんなことあるわけ。
Shh. That's not true. Oops.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Her lie detector is too powerful.
Shinjo-san gave up and lowered his head.
すまん。
Sorry.
ああ、せっかくの休みが潰れちゃった。私そろそろ行きますね。
Man, what a waste of a day off. I'm leaving.
Arimura grabbed her bag and tried to leave.
ちょっと待て。
Wait a moment.
But she turned around at the door when Kunosato-san stopped her.
何ですか？
What is it?
最後にもう一つ手伝え。お前の能力が必要だ。
To help me with one more thing. I need your power.
嫌です。
No.
だから久野里さん、物には頼み方というものが。
I told you, Kunosato-san, there's a right way to ask for things. But Kunosato-san ignored him.
山添雨季の能力についてちゃんと聞いておきたい。
I want to ask Yamazoe Uki about her powers. Huh?
Yamazoe shivered and hid behind me. Dad saw her and frowned in a way that only I could notice. Then he said, I'm gonna hit the restroom, and walked past Arimura and out the door. On the way out, he whispered to me,
俺は向こうへ行ってるわ。超能力なんて話は医者の領分じゃねえ。聞いてるだけでこっちの頭が変になりそうだ。
I'm gonna leave for a bit. Psychic powers are outside my field of study as a doctor. Just listening to this makes me feel like I'm gonna go crazy. After Dad left, Kunosato-san looked at the tiny little Uki with cold eyes.
山添、お前自身にもよく分かっていないようだが、とりあえず知っていることだけでいい。話してみろ。
Yamazoe, you don't seem to know the full details yourself, so just tell me what you know.
A harsh tone only scared Yamazoe more, but I looked at her and nodded, and she tried her best to work up her courage.
私は誰かが心に描いたものを形にしてしまうみたいなんです。
Oh, so she's one too. Okay. She's confirmed to be one as well. I think I have the power to make what someone imagines into reality. I guess.
誰かが心に描いたもの？
What's that? What someone imagines?
それは誰の思考でもか？
Can that someone be anyone?
私の近くにいる人です。
Anyone near me?
形というのは、つまり実体化させるということだな。例えば、ここにあるコインを私が思い描いたら。
Can it be anything? For instance, if I imagine this coin.
Kunosato-san took out a penny and showed it to Yamazoe.
そういうものの場合もありますし、そうじゃないものもあります。
It can't be things like that. Or not. It can be things like that. Or not.
そうじゃないものっていうと
What do you mean by not?
何と言えばいいのかわからないですが、例えば状態を。
I don't know how to describe it. Situations, maybe.
状態
綺麗になり
Situations.
たいとか、こうなってほしいとか。
Like, if they want to be pretty, or if they want something to happen.
それが現実になるっていうのか？
And it becomes real?
現実なんでしょうか。私にもよくわかりません。
Is it real? I don't really know.
それは今やろうと思ってできるものなのか？
Could you do it now if you wanted to?
いえ、意識してできるわけではないです。
No, I can't do whatever I want to.
どうだ、有村。
Well, Arimura?
Kunosato-san looked over, but Arimura just turned ahead.
はいはい、その子嘘はついてませんよ。全部本当みたいです。
Yeah, she's not lying. It's all true, I guess.
無意識のうちに他人の思考や願望をリアルブートしてしまうということだな。
Huh. So she subconsciously real boots the wishes and thoughts of other people.
なるほど。それならこの前フリージアから姿を消した方法も説明がつく。百瀬さんの思考がリアルブートされてしまったわけか。
I see. That explains how she disappeared from Frisia. While Momose-san was thinking about got real booted.
He's already keeping up with the terminology.
So her power could only real boot other people's thoughts and wishes, but not her own. It was like her own life. She had no hopes of her own, and only lived her life for the sake of others. In a way, it was a very sad power.
There was an SCP like this. There is an SCP just like this.
好むと好まざるとに関わらず能力を発動してしまうという点では、そこにいる有村ひなえと同じ部類だ。能力自体は大したものだが、不便なものだ。
If it happens whether you want it to or not, then it's similar to Arimura Hina's power. The power itself is impressive, but inconvenient.
不便で悪かったですね。
Sorry, I'm inconvenient.
で、それはいつからだ、山添。
So, when did this start, Yamazoe? Huh?
いつからそんな能力を身につけたのかと聞いている。
When did you get this?
地下施設での実験中にか。
When did you get this power? Is what I'm actually asking. Was it during the experiments in the underground facility?
いえ、私は劣等生でしたから。
No, I was a bad student.
ならいつだ。
Then when?
多分渋谷の地震の後からだと。
やはりな。
I think it was after the Shibuya earthquake. I thought so.
やはりってのは？
What's that?
こいつらの話と あと
That's what
あんた
everybody
が調べた
said.
被害者たちの過去、それらを総合して考えると能力に目覚めたと思われる時期がほぼ同じだ。
I wonder if it was due to the explosion of the old Noah too. See. I looked into what they said and what you found about the victims' pasts. When you put it together, they all awoke to their powers at almost the exact same time.
あの地震が原因だってのか。
So the earthquake was the cause.
まだ仮説だがな。
That's still just a theory, unfortunately.
Kunosato-san started to type something into a tablet.
待ってくれ。地震なんてどこでも頻繁に起こってる。その度にギガロマニアックスが生まれてたらキリがないじゃないか。
Wait, earthquakes happen all the time. Everyone captured a gigalomaniac, we'd be overflowing with them.
Created a gigalomaniac.
いや、私が言っているのは
Yeah, it wasn't the
地震
earthquake
そのものじゃない。
itself. Exactly. No, I'm not talking about the earthquake itself.
あ？
Ah,
あの時、不可思議な現象が渋谷で観測されたのを覚えているか？
You remember that something strange was observed in Shibuya during the earthquake, right?
something strange? I did remember actually.
もしかして
You do.
あの白い光
Oh, here we go.
Do you mean that white light? Kunosato-san nodded. That white light. The white light that had covered us right after the Shibuya earthquake. There were a lot of rumors about it, including one that said it was a plasma caused by the earthquake. But I've heard that no one really knew what it was, even now.
驚いたな。久野里さんが陰謀論者だとは思わなかった。
I'm surprised you didn't take for conspiracy theories, dearest Kunosato-kun.
陰謀論ってまさか一時期流行したあれですか？
What conspiracy theory? Wait, do you mean the one from after the earthquake? I was talking about a certain rumor that had gone around right around after the earthquake.
Oh, wow, look at this.
The rumor said that the earthquake was caused by a secret tectonic weapon experiment, a joint project between the US and Japan that might have gone awry. And the mysterious light was caused by its explosion. This rumor also said that the Chaos Child syndrome, which is believed to be a form of PTSD, might actually be caused by the materials used in that weapon. The rumor was popular on the ad channel for a while, but people quickly got bored of it. By the time I'd woken up from my coma, no one was talking about it anymore. I'd missed all the discourse. Now it would become more accurate to say that instead of people getting bored of it, someone had done their best to erase all traces of it. At the same time, I found this strange and started looking into it outside of the internet. Despite the scale of the earthquake, there have been no aftershocks afterward. All the damage had been concentrated to Shibuya, and the epicenter had been observed to be far too shallow. Yet not a single scientist was speaking up. Whenever someone raised even the smallest doubt, they were quickly shouted down as an idiot conspiracy theorist.
ただの陰謀論だったらいいのだがな。
I wish it was just a conspiracy theory.
というと？
What do you mean?
すべての元凶はあの光自体にあるのではないかと私は考えている。地震は その副次的なものに過ぎない。
I think that light might have been the cause of everything. The earthquake was just a side effect of it.
本気で言ってるのか？じゃあ君は光の正体を何だと思ってるんだ？
Are you serious? What do you think that light was?
それが分かれば苦労しない。ただ、何者かの手によって引き起こされたものだと私は確信している。
If I knew, my life would be a whole lot easier. But I'm sure that someone caused it.
すいません。そういうのは後でやってください。私は早く事件を解決してくれればそれでいいんで。
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you figure that out some other time? I want is for you to solve the case, and soon.
Arimura saw that Shinjo-san and Kunosato-san were about to start arguing and readjusted her tote bag on her shoulder.
私の仕事はもう終わりですよね。じゃあさようなら。宮代先輩たちもまた学校で。
I'm finished here, right? Then goodbye. See you at school, Miyashiro senpai.
ああ、それじゃあな。
Yes. See you.
ウキもまたね。てか、もっと元気出せよ。
See you around, Uki. And cheer up.
She patted Yamazoe lightly on the head and left the examination room. Yamazoe softly whispered,
Yes, ma'am.
as she watched her go.
Alright, scene change. Here we go. Alright, you guys, sorry for that. I was feeling a bit tired by the end, as you could probably tell. I love this game so much, and wow, we are really getting into it. I have a feeling something big is going to happen very soon. Thank you all so much for staying with me this whole time. Seriously, you guys are amazing. We will continue this on Tuesday. Oh, it feels like we're really building to something big. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So kind of a clash with frickin' Senri, and the reveal of this mastermind, or rather, not mastermind, but someone that seems, it's like Senri is kind of forcing them to do it. Like, cause it seems like this other person is taking orders from Senri. So, until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts.